The machinations of war commence. Garmal's crimes are now evident to all of the Shadowlands. Bastion demands vengeance, and we shall share it with them. Only our combined forces will defeat the constructs once and for all. Meet Draka at the Overlook. Your presence there will help solidify an agreement.
Trample our enemies. Leave nothing but ash.
Your presence here is welcome, Paragon. We share a common enemy.
Mograine speaks highly of your leadership and courage, Draka. I am honored to finally meet you. I see the Moorwalker is with you. I trust their choice to ally with you. And with that, we can ally too.
The reign of Margrave Garmal ends this day. We shall gather our forces and prepare the Zerachris for an assault. Always ready
and
for battle.
And this is the part where the Maldraxus Necrolord campaign comes together. For some reason, they've decided that some of the campaigns just do the same thing as other campaigns. Now, I don't mind the Covenants working together. I think that's actually rather cool. What I do kind of mind is that they just give you the same exact quests. And I'm like, there could have been a bit more creativity. You know, I don't even care if you send me to the right side of the field rather than the left side of the field, you know? An alliance is secured. Now we plan the attack. Every defeat is a lesson. Every victory earned. Ooh, it's a cloak. What is that thing? Am I supposed to charge into my enemies? Am I supposed to? That is nice. As a high mountain Tauren, if you do your charge attack, you could just use your armor to murder everybody. Cool. The alliance with Bastion gives us the advantage that we need to confront Margrave Garmal and the House of Constructs. We will gather the supplies that we need for the attack, but the troops need a great champion to follow into battle. Something tells me that you can find whomever they search for.
Every defeat is a lesson.
Oh, so this was the part where we're like, increase your renown, but I already did that. You've done well, Malwalker. Our force are well prepared for what is to come. So this is increasing your renown. You increase your renown by two things. One is increasing the anima reserve, which is just something by doing dungeons, world quests, something that you would do anyways while playing the game. The other is by going into the maw, as it stands right now, and save 15 souls. And that part of the quest needs a lot of work because it is boring as sin. Our scouts indicate that Margrave Garmal gathers his force at the House of Constructs. The Zerachris and our new Kyrian allies have already begun an aerial assault on the area. I need you to lead a ground assault. Meet me on the Zerachris. We will begin our attacks immediately.
Only Xandria awaits our arrival on the Zerachris. Let's move.
Okay. So instead of the maw just saving souls, I would suggest something like increase your notification by the jailer by 1 level. Like there's an Eye of the Jailer in the maw. And the more things you do in the maw, the more he will notice you. Like, reach level 1 to let the jailer know that you're out there. And each week, they increase the amount that you need to get. So, it's a way of doing passively things in the maw. And the same as you fill up your anima bar. But it's just a suggestion. I mean, they could also lower the amount of souls that you need. Or make it easier to get the souls from, like, the Tower of Torghast, for example.
Good. We're all here. We must move now before the enemy can mount a proper defense.
There are a lot of things they could do with it. Victory will be ours this day. Alexandros and Emily will lead the assault at the western gate. You and Xandria will drive our forces at the eastern gate. Secure the area and eliminate any resistance. Once both flanks are secured, we can attack Garmal directly.
Strength and honor.
We have our orders. Fight well, Kyrian of Bastion.
Hey. Okay. Do I believe that the game will actually be ready in 2 months?
Take to the skies, Ascended! For Bastion!
Hey, do I think the game will be balanced and fixed and entirely ready to go?
This day, we bring justice to our fallen brethren and end the foul work here once and for all.
Yes, some of the dialogue is not actually put in the dialogue window. Right now, the audio track is still on the major bar, like the overall sound, rather than actually the dialogue sound. Because she sounds fine, right? Audio level-wise.
What are those monstrosities? Thank the Archon they are not yet active.
This place is filled with horrors that we will purge. Our forces cannot...
This day, we bring justice to our fallen brethren and end the foul work here, once and for all.
Our forces above cannot fully descend upon this area while the Margrave's crystals cover the sky in destructive blast. The Margrave's foul butchers work even now to extract the remaining anima from the Kyrian they abducted in their assault on Bastion. We must advance at once. I shall imbue you with the flames of courage that you may mark the crystals. Once marked, I will destroy them from afar.
We must join the fight above. May the flames of courage guide your blade.
I have the courage. Did these fiends show my kin mercy when they attacked Bastion? When they tore my brothers and sisters limb from limb and used them to create more of these things? No, the butchers of Bastion made clear their hearts that day. They deserve only the eternal darkness that awaits them. Ensure that they see it. Boy. So, do I think that the game will be completely balanced and ready to go when the game launches? No. I don't think there's ever been an expansion launch where it was completely balanced and ready to go. So the question, I think the question is more in the direction, what do I think of the release date and do I think that they're ready? And it's impossible to say. Because the build that we get to test on the Shadowlands beta is not the same build that Blizzard is working on in-house. We get an earlier build. They're already 2 builds in advance. That said, when I heard the release date, which is not a complete surprise.
Soldier falls.
Which is not a complete surprise, because we already knew that August was... we already knew that we've tested the pre-event in August. So it stands to reason that September would be the pre-event, October, late October, early November release dates. We kind of figured that one out. So it's not a complete surprise to see that come out and to be like, this is our release date. Yet at the same time, it feels like Shadowlands still needs a lot of work. The Torn design document appears to be written by the late surgeon Stitchflesh. The Kyrian flesh improves strength, obedience, and dexterity twofold. Such potential. Now, subject number 135 succeeds in a proper wing transplant at last. It continues on for some time. You should bring this to your Kyrian allies. This is, by the way, they've normally Maldraxus is supposed to defend the Shadowlands, but they've actually invaded Bastion. They've actually attacked. And they've stolen the Kyrians, which they're now using in their Fleshcraft products, which is something they should not be doing. And have they said when the pre-event is going live? No, but it's of course speculation. But it makes sense, right? If we have a release date late October, then a late September, if not early October pre-event would make sense. But who knows? At the end of the day, who knows? It's just that I hope it's ready. And again, there are certain things that we worry about. But then there are also other people out there that have completely different opinions about it. And they're like, everything is awesome. Everything is cool, as you can see. That's the thing with opinions, right? Do you think I should wait for Shadowlands to get back to the game? I would, yeah. Like they're going to redo the leveling anyways. So you'll get a kick out of that as well. I would wait until they've got the whole new leveling system in. Do you think Shadowlands will be a shadow of WoW's self? No. No, that is a very odd thing to make, or odd thing to say. Because at the end of the day, we cannot predict how an expansion is going to be just based on the beta. We have learned this during Warlords of Draenor. We have learned that a good start of the expansion does not mean a good expansion, nor does a bad start of the expansion mean an entirely bad expansion. You're gonna find out along the way what they got planned, what they're doing, and we're gonna find out. We're definitely going to find out. I hope so. There's also a lot of cool stuff that they've added. There's now more choice when it comes to the gear that you want, more clear path of progression that you can go to. There are just some decisions that they've made in the direction of progression and whatnot that makes us go like, yeah, but why?
I will break all of you!
Oh. Well, that's nice. Do you think Shadowlands will live up to the standards set by Battle for Azeroth? I hope so. I laugh because Battle for Azeroth is not exactly a high bar. But then again, not even Battle for Azeroth I would call the worst expansion I ever played through. I enjoyed the Mythic Plus, I enjoyed the raiding, I enjoyed doing it on one character. My biggest gripe
no place here.
with Battle for Azeroth is that I just didn't feel like the content was worth my time to go through it a second time, so therefore I wasn't playing on my alts. So what, as it looks right now, it definitely has potential. But that's the thing with all the expansions. They all got potential. Yeah, for me, still Warlords is the worst. But then people who were raiding back then are like, oh, Warlords wasn't that bad.
Face the wrath of courage!
Warlords wasn't that bad. Raiding was kind of nice. Allow me to read this for a moment. Ah, you're actually going to take a moment to read it. Okay. You have done a great service here. And all this bloodshed will not bring them back, but it may spare others the same fates. Within the halls of chains lie more abominations that are nearly complete. As we speak, the Margrave's forces work fervently to graft the last piece of flesh to their horrific visages. If they're allowed to finish their work, the constructs we have destroyed so far will mean little in the final conflict. Our flank will be overrun by a fresh wave of horrors, and the day will be lost. That must not come to pass. Destroy any abomination that you come across. And though we have stopped the creation of more juggernauts, one of the most vile creations yet draw breath. It was born of one of the most pained souls that they took from my temple and bastion. As I flew above the ranks, I could hear their surgeons chanting its name above the din of combat. Woe blade, woe blade. Nah, probably more like, woe blade. It is an affront to all the Kyrian stands for, an atrocity beyond any other. Mark it with the flames of courage when you engage it, and I will help you destroy it. The scroll that you recover details all manner of horrific ways to integrate fallen Kyrians into Garmal's abomination constructs. It is also incomplete. There must be more of these amongst the Stitchflesh's remaining followers. I saw a number of surgeons and their lackeys retreat into the Hall of Change just ahead as we arrived. I suspect that they hold more of these scrolls. We must ensure that they are never read again. Oh my god, it has little wings.
Agony.
It has little wings, look!
Your fate is sealed!
That is adorable. Best covenants are the wields.
With courage.
Night Fae are the wield covenant, best covenant. Anybody who tells you otherwise is just wrong. Whenever you say rip the cord, I just hear the Shadow Shinedown song. What song is that? Necrolord? No. Night Fae. There are no other covenants in Ba Sing Se. There is only Night Fae. How rewarding do you think Shadowlands is in regards to its grinding? Well, like I mentioned earlier, the grinding isn't a massive deal. There are two things that you need to keep up with in order to keep your renown going, and renown is what you're going to do as you unlock power over time. And that takes like an hour or two. The rest of it is going to be for funsies, or the rest of it is just going to be gear and whatnot. How rewarding that will be is very personal, as well as time will tell. Night Fae. Nah, of course there is no... That's why I'm goofing around. There is no clear, this is the best covenant. The covenant entirely depends on what you enjoy. Can I use this? No, invalid target. Why do you hurt so very much? Is it the dot? I am plagued. I am diseased. Ew. And does these characters ever reflect on being dead? Yeah. Or they just fine and dandy with it. That as well. I feel like death has no meaning in WoW if you just get a second chance in another realm. They definitely reflected on their death. They'd also make mention, like Vash, for example. She will make mention about you actually killing her if you've killed her. So that's kind of cool. But do they sit there and they're like, oh no, I'm dead? Maybe, but by the time that we meet them, they're already over that. So, you know. Yeah, we're dead. It's World of Warcraft. It happens. May our victory bring them peace. And we get a little waste. We get a belt. Ooh, it's a bony belt. Howdy, Vandarin. Hello. Why did I hide my weapon? I didn't. It's hidden behind my cloak thingy. It's stored in its own little compartment. Every abomination denied is one less foe to contend with when we face Garmal. Come here. This foul work must be destroyed. Suing instructions for constructs made from Kyrian flesh. Well done. I will see that these are destroyed personally. Alexandros and your fellow Maldraxus need reinforcements at the western gate on the Margrave opposite flank. They are barely holding on. Xandria and my kin will reinforce our position here and push forward towards Garmal. We must make haste to Mograine. Without both flanks, we cannot hope to achieve victory. Why are Bastion fighting the Necrolords? Because on the Bastion Covenant, you actually go here and do the same thing. And they're fighting the Necrolords because the Necrolords invaded Bastion. Fight well, brothers and sisters. The Margrave will pay.
Look how they struggle. Soon the flesh of those chosen exiles and their Kyrian pets will be ours to craft.
The Margrave's juggernauts assault Mograine's position below. They are unable to advance.
Fight until our last! We will not go gently into the night!
I'm glad Kinfia found you so quickly. We can't advance with those juggernauts bombarding our position. I led a strike against the nearest, but conventional weapons do nothing against the imbued hides. Thankfully, I have an idea. Your old Runeblade can't deal with them as it stands, but if you could purge Garmal's empowered masses and absorb the essence into the blade, then we could do something about it. Hi, Kevin. Alright, everybody, don't worry. Kevin brought the potions. We are good to go. Vush. Sorry, I thought you were the quest giver. My spies have identified several astral projectors that Margrave Garmal uses to ready their troops in the stitch yards. I do not wish for a swarm of frenzied constructs to descend upon us during the final confrontation. Surely see the wisdom in cutting their fervor. See to it that these projectors are destroyed. We believe them to be along the yard's perimeter. Bum ba bum ba bum. Garmal's rocks dominate the skies above, striking at our forces as we advance. The Zerachris can't get into position until they are cleared out. I will take care of them myself, but I'm not much of a flyer. Don't have the balance for it. Take my riding hook and latch onto the rock. Once you're riding, just start hitting it till the job is done. Oh no. Oh, it's panicking. That's okay. That's new. That hasn't happened before. Alright, there we go. Never played an RP realm where everything's vulgar. Yeah, it's just... And that is what I've seen so far.
Our Kyrian juggernauts will vanquish all who dare oppose the House of Constructs. Bastion was only the beginning. Soon all will be bound to our flesh.
Garmal has different voices inside of him, of her, or it. It makes so much sense. Ah. That's cool. Previously it was just a female voice, but now there are multiple in there. Very cool. Margrave, hello.
Our new allies have granted us power beyond imagining. Sindane's new Baron spoke true.
Sindane's new Baron. Sindane is the Lich Margrave, and they have a new Baron. Oh, we are so going to run into Kel'Thuzad. Oh, we are so going to run into Kel'Thuzad, who's been messing about with this. Kel'Thuzad caused the attack on Bastion, didn't he?
Our Kyrian juggernauts will vanquish all who dare oppose the House of Constructs.
And Biggles? Maybe. This is a long shot, but it just might work. Garmal's influence runs deep in this place, but it will fade more quickly thanks to your efforts. And Emily, the Slaughter Daughter. I could hear the cries from here. Nice work. Are we ready for the assault? The Zerachris is nearly in position. Now is the time to strike. We must force Garmal into the open together. Join me on my rock and we will unleash your Runeblade's power on the Juggernauts. The Margrave will be unable to ignore their deaths. Once they leave their blighted tower, we can finish them once and for all. I am ready.
Let us show these fiends the true power of the House of the Chosen. Unleash the Runeblade's power and destroy Garmal's juggernauts once and for all!
They do love their lasers. Bzzz.
Hear me, Chosen! Hear me, Kyrian! The time for our final assault is at hand!
Does Mograine have any extra dialogue if you have the Ashbringer equipped? I don't know. This character does not have the Ashbringer. Such power, Garmal will have no choice but to face us now. We got some pans. Look at that. Nearly decked out in my Covenant gear. I'm going to be metal. Our force have control of the House of Constructs thanks to your intervention. Now all that remains is the fall of the instigator themselves, Margrave Garmal. This battle has been long in the making. I am at your side without hesitation. Let us go to this monster. We will join Xandria to see him slain.
Forward! For Maldraxus! For Bastion! For the Shadowlands! Xandria, are you prepared for the true fight?
I have been ready since they sacked my temple.
It is time. Do I think the Arbiter is going to die alongside of the Jailer? I don't know. I saw this really cool picture on Google yesterday where they've pretty much imposed the Arbiter as like armor of the Jailer. As if they are two entities split apart. I thought that was a really cool idea. But I do not know. I have no idea. Draka stands ready to unleash the power of the Zerachris upon Garmal. We need only buy our time to focus its weapon. What we do now, we do for all of us. Bastion and Maldraxus have both lost many to these fiends. He will not be defeated easily. But united, our forces will finally bring him to justice. I want justice!
Let us see this done.
Is this all you could muster? I had hoped for a proper meal.
Bluster all you like. It is time to pay for your crimes.
You mistake foolishness for bravery, Kyrian. You tread in our domain.
Are ya ready? Oh, you're such a sexy thing, though. Anybody up for a booty shot? I will provide it for you. Only here. Twitch.tv/Noble87. Look at that. Look at... Oh, God. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The triple chin. Did we do it? Yay! Victory! Belly shot. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Welcome, brave soul.
Our fallen may finally rest in peace.
Serve with courage.
Get it? Because we're in the Shadowlands. Wait. I was about to say, we're supposed to pick up something now.
Mograine, Mawwalker, I found something troubling within Garmal's stronghold. You must see it.
Ooh. Yeah, that's what I like to think, Vibrational Jester. Love the name, by the way. That the
Lead
maw
the way, Baroness.
is similar like the Elemental Plane. A prison designed to specifically contain the Jailer.
For the honor of the Blade Sword.
But we're gonna find out, right? Hero, come with me. I could explain, but it's easier to understand if you see it for yourself.
For Praxis. For Akarek. I thought it wise to search the tower for evidence of Garmal's treachery. I did not expect to find this.
Ooh. They've been given anime from Revendreth. See? See?
Anima, but not of Maldraxus. This reeks of Venthyr sorcery.
This does not appear plundered like the anima stolen from Maldraxus. This was given as to an ally.
Ooh, they're working together with the Jailer.
We have
Plot
little
twist.
time to waste.
Garmal's gluttony knew no bounds.
We know Garmal conspired with Sindane. If they have the backing of Revendreth, it bodes ill for our cause. We must investigate.
Garmal collected anything they believe to be an item of power. We'll need to search the tower. There's almost certainly something here of value to us.
I will not come, Mawwalker.
Agreed.
Let us
I
search
will
the
prepare
fallen
for the
Margrave
Mawwalker and I to
stores.
journey there. In the meantime, see if Garmal possessed anything else that could be of value to us.
Garmal had a voracious appetite for power. They should have used it to defend Maldraxus instead of their own interests.
This is a Night Elf warrior that is all about gaining power. They would go to the gym every single day. They were pumping iron. They were bettering themselves, improving their character, and therefore their pursuit of power led them into Maldraxus, where might is right, and we will fight over dominance. It will be great. So I already see a couple of corpses down here. Kind of wonder if they all died. Oh, probably because Mograine doesn't fight with us. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Lord, that makes sense. And that's also the cool part about the different covenants. It's not so much about excluding people. Like, they're very flexible. It all depends on how you see your character. If you want to go to a covenant RP-wise, just figure out what kind of character you have. Is it one in pursuit of power? Is it one that likes to help others repent for their sins, or maybe sin for themselves? Is it somebody that lives in service to others? Is it somebody connected to nature?
This could be something. What say you, Mawwalker?
I say that you are right, Mograine. This is the spot where I went the very first time and it was wrong.
What do you need?
That is definitely something. Let's open it and find out. This chest is different. It is larger than the others, but more importantly, it is locked. Mograine bashes the lock off. Now, let's find out what's inside.
Ashes to ashes.
As a goblin, not sure what I'm going to do in Arna Wield. Make a profit. We have found the Mantle of Eternal Victory. Once part of the Primus' armor, this mantle is still filled with power.
This land festers.
Where did he
must
get that?
cauterize the wound.
The Mantle of the Primus. Fate favors us today. The Mantle of the Primus. It is almost unbelievable that they had it, that they weren't using it against us, that we found it. This could be a key to our victory in restoring Maldraxus. We must return it to Baroness Draka in the seat of the Primus immediately.
Ambition is nothing without honor.
You're not gonna do any talky talk, right? No. I kind of wonder if their connection to the jailer is why they have all these armor pieces of the Primus. Oh, Draka. I have another decorative piece for the statue. We've already given him bracers, now we're gonna give him his cloak.
Always ready for battle.
I'll send some scouts to do a thorough search, but this is a huge boon. Huge! The Primus' mantle, it belongs on the statue of the Primus. If you recovery, it's your recovery, so you get the honor of restoring it to its proper place.
In the name of the Primus.
Look at that. That's a pretty mantle. Is he gonna talk about dominance again? Duty is a mantle worn by all who serve. Fight always for the good of the realm. Oh, that was it. They just used the same cutscene as we did with the bracers. Yeah, alright. We must find the source of the anima Garmal had stockpiled, but for this moment, let us enjoy our victory. And we get a new back. We get either this cloak, or we get this cloak, or we get this cloak, or we get this cloak. Well, I like this one pretty much the most. Crit versatility, haste versatility, versatility mastery, crit versatility. I'll take this one. Alright, but I'm going to assume that the rest of them are still going to be transmuggable. Yes, they are. Blood from a bone. There is nothing that I like more than to head to Revendreth without delay, but it seems they struggle with their own problems. Knowing the mark we've left on Bastion, I cannot imagine that they're eager to open their borders to us. Once again, our fate lies to you. Your reputation across the Shadowlands has regained the trust of many. Now, we need the trust of Revendreth.
Strength comes from the heart.